Yo, 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 live and direct, live on location from quarantine season. We got my main man pulling up to us from Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. The main monster Trezz from the LA Clippers. All energy. Y'all know how he bringing it. This my man. He about to show you how he got it out the mud. Appreciate you pulling up on us, big dog.
For sure. Thank y'all for having me, man. Sure.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Clip show. How the family been doing? Everybody been good, bro?
Yeah. My food been solid, man.
Brought to you by AT&T 5G.
When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
It's tough. I didn't play till up to my third year consistently. When I first got some good minutes, I probably say it was Al, Big Al.
Jefferson?
Yeah. He was still out here in the game. He was still hitting us with that one hand, and you feel me? He won't jumping over nobody, but you feel me? I don't know, it's just him and Zebo, some with that one hand pump fake, man. You got to go for it.
And he get buckets.
Yeah, man, tell me about it, bro. You ain't dunking on nobody, ain't playing above the rim, but ain't nothing you can do to stop it.
That boy was a big body too, boy.
Man.
So you grew up in North Carolina. What high school you went to?
I went to North Edgecombe, 1A public school. I went there for probably 3 years. Then my senior year, I transferred and went to Hargrave Military Academy for postgraduate year. But
that's why I meant to say the military school. You transferred and went to the military school. How was that for you?
I mean, it was a process. It's definitely something that I needed, though. It was one of those things where, it was basically a man's decision between me and my pops, and just looking at what we wanted to do as far as basketball and how we wanted to approach the game and, where I wanted to take my game. We just felt like that was the better opportunity. And in the sense of, I was going to Virginia Tech, we also had guys that was also there prior to the year of me coming that was going to Virginia Tech. I think we had 3 guys that was on the Hargrave team that was going into Virginia Tech next year. So, and then the competition that they played, we only played the top JUCO colleges and prep schools. So, you can't beat that.
I remember that school from out of my class. Corleone Young went to that school out in '98, and he went straight out of high school from Hargrave.
Right. It's a lot of guys there, man. It's like a whole list of guys that's like on the wall where guys either, went to school for it or actually was in the pros. I went there, Maurice Spates, Mike Scott, B. Bose went there, Lorenzo Brown, Tay Rozier went there. It's a list of guys that went there, man, that you want to know. David West went there. A list of guys, man. Crazy. Like, you would have to, actually go to the school and, see the guys who actually played under that program to actually just be like, wow, I didn't know he went here.
All coached by the same coach?
Nah, it's okay. So they had a couple of different coaches. See, I was coached by this guy named A.W. Hamilton. Before he was a coach, it was a coach that I ended up playing for in college. That's the head coach at NC State now, Kevin Keats. So it's been under numerous of different coaches now, but they always just had a great basketball program.
Could it have been anybody else outside of Louisville that you could have went to?
School-wise, yeah, because my recruitment process was crazy, man. I actually signed my letter of intent to play for Virginia Tech, and the senior year of me being in school playing, the head coach of Virginia Tech got fired. So I just had to sit down, talk with the guys that was going to be the head coach and the coaching staff, and just kind of told them, I know I kind of signed my letter of intent to come here. I know I decided to play for y'all, but, it was under the coaching of Coach Greenberg, and I don't really know how you're going to use me in your system or what you see me doing as a player, but, I don't know if I want to just, use my first year of, testing the waters. And, we in the ACC, that's a powerhouse school to, come in as a freshman and, whole revamp, basically. I wasn't prepared for that. So when I opened back up my letter of recruitment, after that was, nice enough to give it back to me because, some kids, once you sign that letter, it's over for you.
Right.
But, having that sit down and talk to him as a man, I think was the best part. And I think they respected that, and they gave my letter of intent back. And, from me playing with my year in prep school, I had great numbers. And, played in front of some big-time colleges, and when I opened back up my recruitment, I had probably like 15 to 20 schools.
You chose Louisville.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was a team that just made a Final Four run, a system I could see myself playing in, the way they played, getting up and down, pressing, and, just nonstop activity. And that's how I kind of played the game. So I kind of felt like, that's where I can go and kind of see myself kind of earning some minutes to play, especially with the team that they had.
How was it for you when you first got there? How different was it from you from previously being in North Carolina and being in Virginia at Hargrove? How was Louisville and then being at that level, like you said, with that great of a team? How was it for you to fit in?
I mean, honestly, I didn't have to do much really because, like I said, I went to a team that was already established and guys who already knew how Coach P wanted his system ran. So basically, I just had to go in and just play the game of basketball the way I normally play, and then that's as hard as I can, man. They made it very easy for me. And I think why me being able to, leaving home as early as I did as a senior and spending, basically my senior year on a all-boys military school where, you're under strict military protocols with the clean cut and getting up early in the morning, the uniform. It basically prepared me for, basically just being out on your own. So I think all them, steps along the way really just prepared me for it.
So that kind of helped. That kind of helped you like every level you done been on.
For sure.
It helped you every level, like, cause you like a late bloomer. Like a coach got to figure out what's the best thing for you. Cause every time you play, you always bring energy and you always do what you do. You could have been doing this if a coach would have believed in you, but now coach is believing in you. Now you really doing your thing. And it's like I've been doing this since college.
Where do you think you got that motor from? Because I think that's the first thing that jumps off the page when anybody watches you play is, like he said, the energy, but the motor. You hear coaches and different people use that term about players, like he got a high motor. Like as soon as you check in the game, it's like the whole game turn up. It's like y'all come in the game with you, Lou. It's almost a whole nother lineup that could be starting, but y'all come off the bench and y'all oftentimes – you and your energy can single-handedly come in. Like, what do you think? How were you playing like that same way? It's just reckless and hard in high school and ever since you could remember, or where did you get that from?
Definitely. Ever since I started playing the game at competitive level. So it really started playing in AAU when I was like 14, 15, really. It was kind of the learning process then, figuring out the game. Because being that young, I was just one of these, kind of clumsy, lanky kids who was just trying to figure it out. But I played extremely hard, man. That was always something that I did. And, basically just being around this era, man, of North Carolina, being raised around here, man, I played basketball all the time with older cousins and stuff like that, man. So it's not one of those things where, just because you come out of the house and you're the youngest, like, you like, hey, let me get a shot. Like, no, you got to work for it. You feel me? And then if you don't make that shot count, you got to work for it again to get it, man. I've been brought up around that era where, it's never anything given to me from jump, man. You got to work and get it. And every time somebody was playing, no matter where it was at, dirt courts, asphalt, no matter where the run was going, we had an open gym. I'm there, man, because it's just, being around the game, man, I just fell in love with it.
What made you leave? Like, you played 3 years and you decided to go pro. Like, they said you was going to get drafted high? Or you thought you were going to get drafted high?
Honestly, I thought I was going to leave after my sophomore year, honestly, man. I had a pretty okay freshman year. We won national championship, came back my sophomore year, had a, real solid year, and was starting by the end of the season. Was putting up solid numbers, close to a double-double. And, I felt like with the draft and the people that was going in, I felt like I could have definitely, positioned myself to – be able to go into the draft and, get picked up around somewhere that mid to late first round my second year. But it's some things I felt like I wanted to work on. I wanted to get better at doing. I definitely wanted to add some more craft to my low post game and just being able to finish down there and also get stronger. But, my third year and my junior year of college, I started shooting three, so that was something that I was working on adding to my game and, something that coach actually – had faith in me, because some guys, when they come back after summer, it's like, it's time to get back to the regular routine and stuff that you was already doing. But I came back, adding things to my game, and coach let me first and then, work at it. And I was able to, extend my game, man, was shooting the ball from the 3-point line in college, man. So as far as college go, man, I did everything that you could do as far as a college athlete, man. I won a national championship. I won almost every conference I played in except for the last one, which was the ACC. I won Big East. I won the American Athletic Conference, man. Individual awards. I was blessed to be able to win the Karl Malone Award, man. So I had done everything as far as a college player could do, man. And that last year was just more so about a growing process as far as myself. And then once I hit that point and the season was over, I just felt like it was time to go. I had nothing left there to do, really.
How many teams you worked out for when you came out in the draft? Like, you worked out for a bunch of teams?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had 8 to 9 workouts.
Yeah, how many?
8 to 9.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had a lot. I was everywhere. I was in Boston. I worked out for Phoenix. I worked out for Utah. I worked out for Dallas. I worked out for...
Did you work out for Houston?
No, actually didn't.
Work out for you.
How was that whole process for you? Like being able to be working out after the season, then you just go flying around the country to all these different teams. They weighing you, they talking to you, asking you weird questions sometimes.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was your experience with that?
Me, myself, man, I just embraced all of it, really, man. Just enjoyed each opportunity that I had to go. But when it came down to the basketball aspect, I was killing everybody that I played. I don't care. I don't care what it was, man. Like what drill we was doing, bro. Like I'm killing everybody. I'm telling you, like I don't care who was matched up for me. Like I was just throwing them. I don't care what game we played, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, whatever it was, bro. I just said when it came time to get on the court for basketball,
you going that
aspect. Nobody has no chance. It's over for you. You feel me? Like the shooting aspect, the drill they put you through, that is what it is, man. Because once you, like, I already had it in my mindset, bro, like, whatever team you go to coming into this league, you're not going to be that guy. Like, all these shots that you're shooting in these drills and stuff like that, they just want to see, like, what's your form and if you can shoot it. You feel me? Like, if they're going to have to work on. When it came down to it, bro, I know, like, you feel me? When it came time to play, that's where, you feel me? Like, you're going to, like, see who I am, man, because the drills and stuff like that, yeah, it's just to see, like, what's your form and what you kind of can do. It's not really like, okay, we're going to have him in this action. He's going to be doing this. Like, no, because they got the guys that's already on that team, you feel me? Unless you're just going to an extremely bad team, you feel me? So It's like, yeah, I just really value, like, when it's time to get on the court and it's time to play, bro, like, yeah, every coach is going to be talking about, this kid, goes hard, plays, like, competes, that gets after it. Like, that's what I wanted to leave at every workout I went to.
Did you have any workouts that like stand out to you that was like, it was as far as like the dudes that was up in there and it was just like a super competitive workout?
I ain't gonna lie. I almost we had to stop one workout I was in. I ain't gonna lie. Me and another dude almost got into it. We about to fight. Cause I mean the repetition that he had coming out of college was him being known as one of those guys that, bullies guys, tough, you can't really, get through him or, he's just one of those tough guys, you can't really compete with him, man. I mean, I don't know, the OG that I like, going behind, I see him say is that Randolph. He said, bullies get bullied where I'm from. So you had to show me that, you feel me? So when we got into it on that workout, it got real intense. And, the coaching staff of that team saw the way it was going. They literally just ended the workout. Like we literally just started doing measurements and stuff like that.
Hey, D, do you remember the workout we had here in Orlando? One of the sickest workouts ever. It was D Miles, DeMar Johnson, me, Mike Miller, Keon. Who was the other guard? It was another guy. We were playing 3-on-3s. Bro, we playing 3-on-3s, and I'm talking about this was one of the. I even talked to John Gabriel, who was the general manager then. When I came back and played for the Magic and worked for the Magic, we talked about that one day, and he was like, that was one of the all-time sickest workouts. Like, bro, you talking about getting at it? Because that was like one of the few workouts of our draft where like we all, like our agents didn't hide everybody because like it was a lot of that going on. Like, oh, nah, you can't work out against this guy. But like we all, for whatever reason, ended up in that joint and it was cracking. I'm talking about it was bump, boy, going down. that was like one of the sickest workouts I could remember. Like that was real, like that. Nobody got close to blows or nothing, but just on a competition level, it was sick.
For sure.
You get drafted to Houston, and to me, you don't really play too much different. Yeah, you're a better player IQ-wise, but you don't play too much different than, to me, what you always been brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? In Houston, I know you. Did you feel like you supposed to have been playing early? Like they supposed to have been playing you instead of you going through the road that you had to go through?
Times I definitely did because it was just being weird sitting over there in our huddles, man, and just hearing Coach saying, like, you know, we're not playing with enough energy or we're not playing as hard as we can, man.
And you got this pit bull chained up.
I'm just like, I mean, I can help you out there. I mean, you need some help. I mean, but I'm sitting here watching, man. And it's just like, it's frustrating because it was teams that, you know, we should have beat or we came in taken lightly, and then now it's a game, and then, you know, they may sneak and win. And then, you know, we go back in the locker room and, you know, listen to the coach, and he's just like, you know, we lost this team or lost this game because of effort and, you know, lack of competitive. I'm just like, all right, I mean, I guess you know, guess I shower up, you know, get ready for the next one. I'm not gonna really do, man. That's why I spent a lot of my time, man, asking to go play in the G League, man. Like my whole first year and a half, man, I really used to ask the coaching staff, the scouts, Keith, and all them guys, like, hey, man, can I go to the G League, bro? Like, I mean, it's cool being a part of the team and, you know, traveling around with these guys, you know, James, Dwight, all these guys. I mean, it's cool, but, you know, I want to play, man. Like, just sitting here, I don't.
No, that's interesting, bro. That's interesting, and I could appreciate hearing you say that because, you know, I've sat in that position as part of the front office and watch guys not want to go to the G League no matter what, whether they was gonna go get minutes or not, just because they look at it bad. And to see you at that age, you know, at that point, asking for it, knowing that, like, oh yeah, this is all cool, but I really want to play. I want to get my opportunity to hoop and show y'all what I could do, and clearly ain't happening here. So let me go rock. Like, I salute that, bro, because a lot of, you know, young dudes don't do that. Everybody look at it a kind of different way, and, you know, and some people, even when they get assigned or told to go down there, they don't want to go, even though it's going to be, you know, it could be good for them. So to see you had that type of outlook on it, that's dope.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's just like the aspect of, you know, I had good vets around me, man, and one of the best vets I could say that I definitely had around me was Trevor Reason, man. And
shout out Cuddy Cuz.
Yeah, for sure. And one of my best friends coming into the game, man, was KJ McDaniels. He was a guy that was young around that time, and he had got brought over from Philly, and he was with Houston. You know, and it was pretty tough for him as well because he couldn't really get on the floor because of all the guards we had there. You know, James, Eric Gordon, Trevor Reason was there. We had Marcus Thornton there, man. We had a bunch of older guys, man, that was just, you know, basically had that tag and that seniority over him that it was tough for him to go on the floor as well, man. But, you know, we always kind of positioned ourselves and kind of kept in our mindset, man, where we had this thing where we said, you stay ready, you never got to get ready. So that's what we kind of lived every day by, man. We would go in, me and him, get extra shots up, work out against each other, play one-on-one. And, you know, when I was asking to go down to the G League, you know, I basically tell him, like, hey, bro, I'm about to ask, can I go to the G League? But, like, you know, what you trying to do? You trying to go down there? Like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to see what we can do. 9 times out of 10, we went down there together, man. It was fun because we went down there with guys that basically had already been around doing training camp, but now they're down there and it's like their team, but they welcomed us with open arms, man. And when we came down there, it was a lot more fun. You see those guys embrace us, man. We just got out there and just played ball.
I think your last year in Houston, I think they went to the playoff. I think y'all played Golden State. Or something. I got put out by Golden State. But I forgot. I can't think of who they played in front of you, like after Capella, you know, getting foul trouble or so forth. They played you one time for a couple of minutes and you had some energy, and then they didn't play you no more. And it was a veteran player that they was playing in front of you.
I was about to say it was Nene.
Nene.
Yeah.
Nene.
Yep.
And I was so pissed that they didn't put you in for energy because, like, nothing against Nene. Nene just ain't the same Nene.
Right.
That he was, and I feel like he was a better fit for that series to even play against them,
right? To
play defense and run the floor and so forth on. So I was kind of pissed that they didn't even play you, and that then you get traded, to the Clippers.
Right.
And it's like, all right, Chris Paul gone, and they get rid of Blake Griffin.
Right.
And it's like this new opportunity. Like, how was that, and how you was thinking about that when you was like, all right, they got rid of Blake Griffin, Chris Paul here. It's like an open team.
I mean,
to prove myself.
In general, I had that same mindset coming into it, man, from the beginning start of the trade, man, even before Blake had left, man. I just knew it was an opportunity that I could be able to position myself to play, because we only had, when I first went over there, 2 premier bigs, and they started, DeAndre and Blake Griffin. You feel me? So after that, I'm looking like, man, it's like, no disrespect for nobody else on our team, but I'm like, man, I can play here, bro. Like, there's nobody else to back up these guys, man. So I just came in with the mindset of, I'm going to work, I'm going to compete, I'm going to show coach all the little things that he needs done, that I do, taking charges, blocking shot, hustle plays, loose ball, and stuff like that, diving into the crowd. That's all the things I do in my game, because it's winning basketball, man. It's just what I'm accustomed to, man. What I play. I just, got it instilled in me. Like I said, from younger, man, playing the game the right way, man, it always comes back to you. So, I just wanted to go in and basically just position myself to show them that, I'm looking and willing to do anything to position myself to play and help this team be better. So that's the whole mindset that I went into it with. And, like I said, the way that I play the game of basketball and the way I am about the game of basketball, man, I always work, man. Like, no matter what, I always work. No matter lights on, lights off, I'm always working at my game. Like, in the summer, I don't, take vacations, man. I literally go a week to 2 weeks without touching the ball, just being around my family and my kids. And then after that, I'm right back at it with Rico, get my workouts in Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is where I go and, the things that we worked on in our game, I'm putting them in the in-game form. I play in the Drew, I play in Dykeman, Dennis, AEBL in Atlanta. I literally non-stop play. Like, I literally play a Dykeman on Saturday, fly out Saturday night to LA and play in the Drew on Sunday. Next weekend, I play in the A on Saturday. I fly from the A and go to maybe the Drew or, Vegas or something like that and play in that league. Like, I literally don't stop playing because I just want to work on my craft and be around the game that I'm, blessed to be able to call my job, man. Like, so
play against the best competition.
Right.
How was it for you, like, when you got to LA? Now you know what I'm saying, you get to meet Doc and all of the team, and now you starting to, you carving out, your own little space, your own identity out there, and like you see how when you check in the game, it's like a announcement at the starting lineup. You get an ovation. You know what I'm saying? They know what it is. You got your own like little crowd that love what you do and appreciate what you do.
Right.
How did that feel when you once you finally got to that point to where, you know what I'm saying, from your standpoint, you've been kind of like the underdog and climbing and fighting for what you got to, like, not to say you accomplished everything you want, but like once you started to get a little bit of that respect, how did that feel for you?
I mean, honestly, it's a blessing tremendously, because, the whole way that I carry myself and working and getting after it, man, I still look at myself as an underdog to this day, man. It's something that I, even went and branched out and, turned into a line off the court. But it's just about, going out here on the floor and, once I walk out to do my pregame ritual or warming up and stuff like that, and then come back out the court to signing fans and listening to them, talking the things they say, man, it's amazing and it's heartwarming, man, for somebody and the people to actually see the work that I put into the game and for them to actually value it and actually cherish it and how I play, man. Like, every time I come off the court from pregame stuff like that, man, I get so much fan interactions between families, kids, older people, man. And it's just, it's amazing to me, man. It's really a blessing, man. Like, I got, fans that sit literally right beside us on the bench, man, that, are big time fans of mine, man. And I literally shake their hand every game that, we're right there, because they literally sit right in our bench, man. They're amazing people, man. So just being able to, be around that and have somebody actually embrace me and love what I bring to the court and love what I do, man, it's amazing, man, because at the end of the day, it's something that I love doing. And, it's just great that, the city of LA and the Clipper fans can embrace that and they enjoy it.
When did you feel when Doc started believing in what you do? Like he started believing in it, and he started encouraging you more to do you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll probably say it was that second year on the team. My first year was kind of one of those things where, like I said, I was just playing hard, trying to, get him to see, I could do these things here and there. But then he seen me come back in the summer because we play we get together as a team and run pickups in our practice facility. And he seen me come back in the summer and shit. Now I'm getting the ball out the rim, pushing it coast to coast, laying the ball up. Now I'm getting the ball out the rim, pushing it, breaking the dude down right from the top of the key. Oh, mid-range, now he's seeing everything that I'm still adding to my jumper. So now he's like, okay, now we're going to throw it to him a little bit on the post, see what we can do, see what we can, if this really summer thing, or we can incorporate this into our offense, and where I'm at now, it's just done took off from there, man. And like I said, it's just always about adding stuff to my game, man. I try to pull something for everybody in this NBA game, man. I just watch it and just take little pieces and put my own spin on it.
Man, bro, I remember it, I guess it had to be a couple summers back, like you said, maybe 1 or 2 summers ago because I watch a lot of, I know Rico, we all know Rico and be following what he do out there with UCLA. And I remember seeing some of the highlights and the runs, and I'm looking like, Montrezl Harrell out here crossing people over, hitting little 16-footers, showing skill, hitting floaters, doing finishes, ball, skill work. And I was like, all right, I was kind of, you kind of look at it then when the season come and you start doing some of the stuff, I'm working on the show and I be at the house watching. I'm like, my homeboy, I remember him, he like, man, he ain't got all that. I say, bruh, young boy been doing a lot of work this summer. I'm not sure how real this is yet because it was early yet, but I was like, I didn't see him. I didn't saw you catch the big fella on the baseline and hit him with the D-miles right to left and go bang that thing 2 hands and just I seen it. He's done this before. That ain't no fluke. He could do that. So then it was you started doing on a regular. I'm like, he working and he getting better. And I'm like, I love when I see that dudes that you could see they work and see their improvement when they go out there and play. I love that. That's a huge salute to you, bro.
Sure, for sure. Much appreciation, man. Like I said, being around Rico, man, his basketball imagination, man, is very wide, man. He's never really limited to one thing. And he's been around this game for a while. Been around, Bex and guys like you all, Steve Balmer, BD, man, guys like that, man, who've been around this game and, at the end of the day, know how to score the basketball, man. So he's always, working, man. Rico, when I work out with him, man, we were going at 6 a.m, man, and we'll go for literally an hour and 15, man. But we getting after it, and everything that we creating in that hour and 15, man, all in-game stuff, all in-game settings, where I catch the ball at, our actions, what we doing in our actions, pick and rolls, handoffs, step-ups, all that stuff is stuff we're doing in an in-game situation. But I'm doing it, versus him. I'm not just doing it versus a chair or something that's not moving.
I'm live body.
Rico, I'm doing it versus guys he have in the rebound. Yeah, man, because it's about the imagination, it's about the creativity in this game, man. Because at the end of the day, the basketball scores, and that's what it's about, man. But when you can add all these different things in your game, it's not anything that nobody else hasn't done. It's now that you just add your own spin to it, man. And it's about being a complete basketball player, not just being good at something that you do for a team. It's about you being the best basketball player that you can be, and that's what I love the most about Rico. He's not just positioning you to be a worker for a team or organization. No, he's positioning you to be the best basketball player that Montrezl Harrell can be, and that's what I love the most about it.
With the Clippers, y'all was a team that they written y'all off because y'all so-called traded y'all best players in Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. And y'all made some noise. Then you get these blockbuster signs for Kawhi and a trade for PG. After y'all done had a season like y'all done had when people written y'all off. Not only are y'all coming, y'all was already in mode to come back and do your thing. But now y'all got some help.
Right. And they traded Tobias that year. Right. Who was a big piece. Right. And they still went on they thought they was dead in the water. And they still, I remember Doc coming in with the champagne saying, here you go for the haters. And what was that like?
Man, honestly, it was fun, man, because, we was out there with all guys that just love to come in, compete, and work, man. Just play the game, man. We didn't have nobody that was known as basically like that guy, I guess you can say, because all the names that you listed, man, they're known as those guys. CP, that guy. Blake is known as being that guy. DJ, everybody knows him. He was gone. Tobias is known as a name in the basketball world, especially in the NBA and where we are. He was a known guy. And then we lost a lot of our bench pieces, man. Boban, he left in that trade. And we just had guys that was ready to come work, man. And that's what we went out and did, man. And it was just so crazy and so funny because, the person that, nobody could really name one person who was that guy on our team, but we knew who we were. We knew what guys did what. We knew Lou was going to score the basketball no matter what. When he came in the game, when his name was called, Lou was going to score the basketball. We knew what Pat was going to bring every night. We knew we had Shea, a young guy who was still in the game, but also, Shea's a very gifted guard, man. Like, he's very gifted to be as young as he is. So we had him. Then we had got Shamet in the trade over, so he's another young guy. That was
big.
Right, he's another young guy, plays extremely hard and shoots the lights out of the ball. So we have him. Then you get Jermichael, who's another guy basically just like me, except he's shooting the three at our position, and he plays the 4-5. So another guy who's tough, brings it, competes, gets after it, athletic. Now you got him. And, basically, like I said, we just had guys that came and brought into the system of what Doc wanted from us, man. Come compete every night. We're going to go out here and play the way that we play. And if we go out here and we get beat doing that, hey, just tip your hats to them. Ain't nothing we can do about it. But 9 times out of 10, we're probably going to be the ones that wins the game because of how hard we compete and the way that we play and what we can do. But 9 times out of 10, guys don't really know. Our guy that we looked at on that team was Gallo. Gallo was our guy on that team. Like, 9 times out of 10, when he came down and hit a big-time shot, bro, we was post-ISO on Gallo.
Right.
But at the same time, we got other guys on the floor who are threats that you can't come off of. Lou is on the floor. You can't come off him. Shamit's on the floor. You can't come off him. He shoots the ball. We got Pat on the floor. You put Pat in the corner, Pat shoots the ball at the high tip or at any guard at like 45, 50% from, that mid to corner three. So it's tough. I mean, even if you try to make that rotation off him, now we just swing, and now we're playing around. But, man, then that Golden State series, man, like, the names, everybody got hyped up with the names, man. They got, they're going against Steph Curry, KD, Clay. They have no chance, you feel me? And, hey, talent-wise on paper, hey, maybe they say we didn't, but, I mean, you came in thinking that, basically we didn't get paid to do the same thing that you get paid to do, and that's play the game of basketball. And they took us lightly and, went out as, like, yeah, this is going to be a cakewalk, man. We might just start preparing for Houston or whoever we play the next round. And we surprised them and took them all the way to a 5 to 6 game series, which they wasn't prepared to do. They was looking to walk over us and be done in 4.
Fast forward to this year and like right now, with everything you guys had accomplished and as well as y'all was playing, you guys had just started to get healthy, and obviously it was coming down to the finish line, and things was heating up with the with the recent games right before the pause of the season and stuff.
Right.
How did you feel about y'all team this year and the chances and the opportunity y'all got to win a championship before the pause?
I felt extremely great, man. I felt extremely great about the opportunity, about our chances. I feel like my team is still ready to go. Guys are still working, man. We talk every day in group text messaging where it's all our team in a group and we chatting and everybody just checking in on one another, man. But just even the conversation in those chats, man, guys are still working, still, got that competitive spirit. Guys still want to get out here and just, play the game of basketball, man. Like, this is not normal for us, man. This is like, we don't really know what to do with this much free time, man. Like, we're not really accustomed to having it, man. Like, yeah, we have a lot of free time, but it's from a schedule, something that we're accustomed to, like, okay, yeah, we got to do this. Okay, then we're done for the day. Now we got free time. But now it's like we're waking up every day and our whole day is just wide open. Like, what we going to do with it, man?
Hey, but how good do it feel to know that y'all got an owner that's going to send y'all a Peloton, bike, a
For sure.
treadmill, a whole weight room, and a
man,
whole
facility.
hoop set, and a whole everything. I'm talking about early though. Early in the situation. Come on, man. Like, hey, bro, you looking at two Clippers that we ain't have showers in our first practice facility, bro. You used to practice at Southwest JUCO. We used to have to get in our cars and to put towels like in our nice cars and ride home sweaty, no shirt, take a shower at home. And you out here getting a whole situation just delivered on site.
Hey, it's true. That's true. It feels good, man, to have an owner, man, that's so invested in his team, man. And I think that's something that I definitely love a lot about Steve, man. He's a great guy, but at the same time, man, he has a lot of fire and a lot of passion behind him, like I do, man. And I think that's why we do a great job of, gelling, every time we're around one another. I mean, he's always at our games, no matter home or away, especially as he can make, man. And his schedule is almost like ours with travel, the way he comes out, man. He don't even live in the city, man. So for him to be at every home game we have, man, it just shows you that somebody who's committed to the team, to his team, man. That's something that you love seeing as a player because, Steve don't spare no expenses, man, when it comes to making the Clippers the best team that he can, man. Like, we literally have, like, the different dumbbell sets to change out. They just brought us a bench over there. We got the little elliptical bike. I got a treadmill at the house, man. Like, all this stuff is set up in the backyard. I really have my own weight room set up in the backyard. And it's everything that they chauffeured over to our house, man, so we could just, stay ready and be prepared for when we come back, man.
I love it, the thought of that. He on the yard for real with it, with all the weights and stuff.
For sure.
The yard.
All my stuff right in the backyard in the patio, bro. Like, I go out there, sweatpants, throw my hoodie on, man, and I just get out there with the strength coach, man, get a real good outside sweat, man, because it's not really the sweat or the workout we're accustomed to doing because we're in the gym so much, man, getting out there hooping one-on-one, and, our metabolism is always on the go. But now you just shutting that off where we don't get that exercise, and it's like, man, like, yeah, this ain't the same. I ain't got that. I don't got that same feeling like I did if I had walking off the court. So I just try to make mine as extremely hard as I can, man. Get out there, get outside, and just, hey, soak up the sun. Just get out there.
How hype has Michael Jordan Last Dance then got you to play basketball?
Man, I'm mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad, bro. Every time we finish watching one of the documentaries, I live in the group chat with the team, man. You see guys just like text, hey, check ball, man. Come on, let's play, man. What we doing, man? Right? What we got going on right now, man? Like, it's wild that you get that reaction from everyone, though, man. Like, I swear, like, watching that documentary, man, even if you don't play ball, you might just hit somebody up. Like, hey, man, you trying to come on, let's play pickup. Like, what you trying to do, bro? Like, it's wild, man.
What do you take away from Rodman? Because, like, as far as energy and the way your motor is, y'all are a lot alike on the court. The way you bring your team up with the energy and how you can have the whole stadium going crazy just with a hustle play. What do you take away from him?
Oh, I've been telling people I'm the modern day Rodman. For real, I'm the modern day Rodman. That's it.
That's an accurate comparison. Y'all boys motors is out of this world.
For sure, man. Rodman, man, just to watch this whole process in general, man. Like even after the documentary, man, I got on Twitter and tweeted, bro, like, hey, man, we got to get Rodman a lot more credit than what we did, and like, we got to get Rodman a lot more credit than what he did, man. Like, my boy, like, he lived a life off the court, had the celebrity girl, and he went out there and was like, Rodman tried it. You feel me? The clothes went out there. You feel me? Like, hey, like, I'm Rodman. Like, so what? I'm gonna try it. You feel me? Like, this is my girl way. This is like how I feel. Like, so what? I'm gonna do it. But at the same aspect, like, you had to accept that Rodman because when it came time for him to put on that uniform, Rodman,
man,
he gave you everything.
Man, like, 18-something rebounds back-to-back years, bro. Like,
he had multiple games where my man didn't score a point, but he had 20-plus rebounds.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't put the
ball. Like, not one of them you ain't tip in, one of them you ain't just put back. You giving them all away.
Somebody throw it up top, dunk the ball, like nothing. But he grabbed the ball 20 times off the board, like, man,
grabbing all of them.
That's it. Everybody. Like, nowadays, you feel me? Like, you seen players like, going out the rebound. Hey, don't grab it. You feel me? Let it bounce. He come in and scoop it up. Like, nah, Rodman snatching over everybody. Like, nah, board. Like, he grabbing the board, kicking people like legs out. Like, yo, it was wild.
And this the part that I don't know if everybody really understand though. Like, definitely in that 97, 98, and about a 96, 90, man, in the middle and the pinnacle of that, Rodman was as big a figure, as noticeable as anybody. Like, I'm not going to say he was big as Mike, but like, bruh, he was right there. Mike was up here. He was like right there. Like, man, he was Rodman. Anything he did, anywhere he went, anywhere he showed up, it was bananas. Rodman was out of here.
At the time, like, even if you watch it, bro, like, when everything was going on with Pippen, it was Dennis Jordan. Like, it was the duo. Like, he said
he was kind of salty when Scotty got back. Like, wait, what happened to us?
Like, then he got lost. You feel me? And my boy just came to the office like, hey, Phil, look. Like, I'm looking at it like, hold on, cuz they in the midst of the. Hold on, I could have sworn he like a couple of games to. Hold on. Rodman's like, shit, I need 48, Phil.
But how gangsta is Phil for letting it ride?
Jordan like, I ain't gonna never come
let
back.
it ride.
But it's so crazy. But Jordan came in there, kept it straight. Like, look, hey Phil, anybody need vacation? It's me. What we talking about? What we talking about? Like, if anybody needs vacation, it's me. Like, what you want me to do here? Then on top of that, Phil asked Jordan, like, hey Jordan, look, I give him 48. You think he can make it? Look, I'll get this motherfucker 48. You ain't gonna see him. You see the camera start rolling, see the time going. It's like 12, 48, 72, 100. Oh yeah, they said they had to go get Rodman.
Hey, and Mike had to go get him. He probably caught the jet to go get him.
Like, you're not seeing nobody in the game do that. Not even come close.
When you came up, who was the guys that you looked up to? Like, man, I want to be like them.
I mean, in general, man, I just looked up to like guys who just worked, man, just competed, got after it, man. So I looked at guys that was just known for having that dog mentality, man. So I watched guys. I mean, I seen your clips, D-Miles. I watched Zebo clips. I watched JJ Hickson clips. I watched, just all guys that's known for, just bringing that dog. I watched Jeff Green, all his early clips from, the surgery, after the surgery, he came back, his story, man, just guys who just, basically got out the mud, man, and just working, just, become the players that they are today, man. That's what I look up to.
Like, when I did this cover for Slam, and I thought this was one of the dopest covers ever. Then I see y'all remake the cover, and I feel like that's one of the most dopest covers ever,
right.
Like how y'all did it. Like, it was an honor for me to do, you be in this league and anybody asks you to give you a cover. Right. I don't care who it is, you know what I'm saying, you want to do it. So to have one for a popular magazine, like, how was that to, like, remake that old cover that they had?
Man, I'm not going to lie to you, man. It was one of the biggest and most, like, positive accomplishments that I ever felt of doing as a player, man. Because these are magazines that, around my area, we used to get them in the mail. Slam magazine, East Bay magazine, we used to get them in the mail. And then you feel like I would always cut out, like, just the little posters and the sections of them from those magazines, man. So to actually have them asking, me and the guys that came over in that trade who was looked at as guys of, starting this Clipper era from, where we came from, transitioning over, man, it was a tremendous honor, man. And, to be able to do it with the guys I did it with, and we look at y'all cover, we switched the jerseys how y'all did, man. I had the same color do-rag guys had, man. Like, we just basically put our same spin on it, man. And only thing about it is we did it how basically what everybody kind of sees the NBA and the era of basketball now, with guys, when they get their jury, like, that's what we incorporated into it, man.
Yeah, I thought one of the dopest thing was, even though y'all just got Kawhi, y'all just got Paul George, but I thought it was just dope that they chose y'all three.
Right.
Like, I felt like it still gave me the vibe of what we had, because, like, for us three, me, Elton, and Lamar to be on that cover, we wasn't the premier players. Like, it was like we were still the young kids and the young guys, and we trying to prove ourselves. And, like, y'all was like them underdogs. So I was glad that they chose y'all three, and I just thought it was like, man, one of the dopest cover. It did look like a old and new. Like, Dan, I thought it was dope. I was glad to see it revamped like that, man.
Sure, for sure, man. That means even way much more, man, just to hear it coming from you, man. Somebody who's actually a part of that cover. But yeah, man, that's what we wanted to go as, and I think that's what they kind of went with, but they also went with in the aspect of, like I said, like we was those guys who was that still left from that Chris Paul trade, man. Like it was like 4 or 5 other guys who came over with us, man. But we're really honestly the last 3 guys still standing from that trade. And, we're still here. We're still a part of the team. We're still, making our noise with the team, man. And for us to be used in that, iconic cover and the revamp of it, man, it's amazing because, like, we all know who our guys are on the team, man. We know who Kawhi is, we know who PG is. That's just what it is. They're not going to miss a beat as far as, media and everybody being in their face. But for Slam to come to, guys like me, Lou and Pat, and, want to revamp a whole, movement that was already in place from guys before us, man, it was just big, man. It was amazing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. For us, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Like for us to be able to have this show, the Knuckleheads, and we do our thing, and to have even from that magazine, and to have the Clippers fans and the Clippers organization acknowledge us in that era as a part of the the Clippers history that kind of really started off Clipper Nation and got things going and one of a lot of people's favorite periods of times. And for us to get that type of love, and then to have guys like you know what I'm saying, repping the Knucklehead, and we connecting on social media and stuff, man. For us, dog, we super humble. We appreciate you and appreciate all the love that we get from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get up here, and that's why it was a must for us to have you on here, because you know what I'm saying, like, you from the culture. You, like you said, we the before, you the after from some of the stuff that we influenced, and now you doing your own thing and setting your own influence, and y'all setting your own trends, and we just loving sitting here, being able to watch it, being able to feel like we a part of it in some way, even from a distance, and rep with y'all boys and show love, man. It's dope.
For sure. And then that's, like I said, that's even big, be able to follow suit and actually, come and bring the same thing that y'all guys brought once before us, man. It's big, man. I got both of y'all Clippers jerseys, man, that, I wore D-Miles yours at the Summer League this past summer. I was going to wear yours. I got a cold one for you, Q Rich. It's a throwback one, too, for real. It's a throwback one. I think it's like the baby blue one. You might know. Yeah.
I remember they got them joints when I left. I was pissed about that.
Q Rich might still not got his, you feel me? But yeah, man, following suit, man, the guys who did it and did it the right way, man. That's what it's about.
That's one of my favorite things that I love about you and Pat Bev. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even Lou Will with the Underground King aspect. Like, y'all really are representation. I told Pat the same thing when he was on there. Y'all representation. And so what if I don't make McDonald's? So what if I don't get recruited? So what if this don't happen? I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this till something happen. And y'all walking proof, like, end of the day, it's a marathon, my dog. It ain't no sprint. It's a long, long race. It ain't about who winning right now. It's about who going to keep working and keep going, and who going to, at that finish line, I'm going to be there with you now. Now, what's up?
For sure.
And y'all represent that to the fullest, bro. Like you said, got it out the mud. 100.
That's it. I mean, that's all we know, man. I look at every day as, I ain't got enough. This ain't enough. I want more. I want to get better. I want to be better. I just want more.
The sneaker game, like when we came in, we was blessed to be sponsored by Jordan. And I be seeing your sneaker game. You be changing shoes at half.
Ignorant, right. Just nasty sneaker
like
game.
What made you start messing with because like you deep in the sneaker where you'll get a guy to kind of paint on your shoes and recreate a shoe.
Right.
Like what made you get that deep into the sneaker game?
Just a whole lot of graffiti and art that kind of is recreated. I'm real big into animations. I'm real big into cartoon, and going around meeting these different artists and people who paint and work on shoes and stuff like that. it first started out as paintings. You know, I had people reconstruct an animation, but it's from the scene of a movie. So the paid in full scene with Mitch and all the boys taking the picture in the club.
Oh, yeah.
I had that picture recreated into a cartoon. So now it's like a cartoon from
That's
say
fire.
the Proud Family, Recess, and another animation. They got that same pose. Like, you know, I mess with art like that, man. But shoes in general, man, I just been big into them growing up as a kid.
Everything.
Yeah, man. Like I just, as a kid, man, I got 2 younger brothers, man. So it wasn't just, you know, I got to pick for like 4 or 5 pair of shoes. Like it was like 2, and that's just what it was. I had to make shape. You feel me? Because I had 2 younger brothers. Like they had to get it as well, man. So you know, coming up in the aspect of always seeing them, like, man, like I want them J's, like yo, I want them Nikes. I want, like, you always wanted them, man. So you know, when you hit that aspect of now, you know, getting a little bit of pocket change, you feel me? That's all my money was going towards. You feel me? Like, you know, I got a shoe that can match any outfit in the world, man. Like I've been collecting since my freshman year of college.
How was it for you to get a deal though? To get your own shoe deal?
I'm signed up now, man. It's crazy.
How that feel?
I'm happy to be with Reebok, and you know, the things that we have coming back for them. I get to, you know, get into a whole creative process of, you know, coming up with my own colorways and stuff like that, and you know, be able to do it with a shoe like the old Sean Kemp's, the Shaq Gnosis, and definitely the Questions and AI's collab. And
know them AIs, you gotta have them, Joe.
Yes, sir. Both the high tops, low tops, the 4s, one of the zippers. Like I told him, like when I first saw him, I was like, look, man, if y'all can recreate the old Iversons, like his whole line, like literally, I hop on every colorway and just go crazy with colorways.
Bro, do you understand how sick and amazing that is, though? Like, you got your own shoe deal. You was a 30-second pick, you know what I'm saying? You ain't get to play your first couple years, like, and here you sit in year 6 with your own shoe about to come out, bro. Like, that's amazing. That's an example right there for everybody out there looking. That's on a whole different level, because, like, think of some of the players, bro. It's some Hall of Famers and everything else that then came through and didn't get no shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing that you about to get your own shoe out there, bro. That's big things popping. Salute, bro.
For sure. And I'm, like I said, I'm glad to be with Reebok. I'm glad they could do it, man. But I got it from, like, just working, man. Just what I put onto the court,
that's
man.
What I mean.
That's what the court is going to come into. And one person that, you know, is a living testament of it is Lou, man. Like, Lou has his own shoe, like his legit own shoe with Pete. Like you can't beat that. He's not name how many NBA superstar all NBA teams that Lou's been on.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Bag
but he has
from him.
Own shoe with Pete, like literally, like name and everything, bro. Like you can't beat that, man. Logo and everything. Like it's a blessing, brother. So
straight up.
You know, I just realized, you know, just if you put the work in and the craft and better yourself and, you know, do the right things on the court, man, that the off the court will come, man. Like I said, and that's just testament to the best that I had around me, man.
Hey, I know what I want to ask you, since you're a power forward, big man /5. Like we play this game on here, start, bench, or cut, right?
Right.
So I wanna hear what you would do if you gotta choose. You gotta start, bench, or cut one of each of these guys. You got the big ticket, KG, Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
We're gonna kick it off with ticket.
Okay.
And the second one let's go Chris Webber. And then let's go Rasheed Wallace. Start, bench, cut.
Prime time Rasheed Wallace?
Yeah, all prime. Prime each one of them. Prime each one of them. No injuries, no nothing. Them at their best. Each one of them at their best.
I'm starting the ticket. I ain't gonna lie. Starting KG Monday through Sunday. What he brings to the game, energy, like the whole atmosphere, talking and everything. Yeah, I love every bit of that. Watch everything about him. Yeah, starting the ticket. I'm going to bench. I'm going to bench Rasheed Wallace, and I'm going to cut Chris Webber.
That was why I didn't go with the traditional Tim Duncan or Malone or something. That's why I knew that was gonna be a little hard right there. Sheed and Sewell, that's a tough call. Them was all three of them was like, but they all so right there.
Let me ask you this: you know, them San Andreas jerseys or some of the dopest jerseys in the league. You went to fashion. Who else jersey that you seen that they done kind of redid that you thought was like they was dope?
Memphis, old Vancouver jersey.
Fire.
Toronto's old throwback Raptors jersey
With the wrapped on it.
With dinosaur, yeah, Damon Stoudemire time.
Damon
Right?
Stoudemire jump.
Yep. Them. And
you like that Bed-Stuy? The Brooklyn Bed-Stuy?
The Coogi joint.
It's cool, but if you don't know the era of what they're trying to hit on, it'll throw you off with that print. You know, I know like everybody's going for that iconic, you know, Biggie Coogi sweater vibe, but like if you don't really know it, it's like it's kind of look like one of those AAU jerseys.
Hey, that Miami Vice hit hard though.
That Miami jersey.
That broke the internet when they dropped them joints.
Sure,
and then they came back this year with the alternate colors, like
Yeah. Them are definitely tough. I forgot about those. Coming out, but for sure, my top two is definitely that Vancouver jersey and that Raptors jersey.
Speaking of that, man, we gotta holler at Denise them over there. We gotta get us some San Andreas jerseys, Black. We gotta get some of those with our stuff on.
Oh, for sure.
Who your go-to person to listen to before the game? Like who you listening to before the game? I see you a lot of times walking through the tunnel, walking in the game with the headgear on. Like who that go-to that you listen to go and get you ready to go out here to go to war?
My playlist wild. I ain't gonna lie, my playlist wild. It starts out throughout the day. Throughout the day, it's gonna flip. Just going through the music, just vibing. You feel me? Just catching away with whatever's coming on. You feel me? It may be like rap, R&B, you know, slow song coming on. But when I get to the point of about to get on the court, it's all stuff that's like, you know, you bumping and jumping, like you ready to go, like you can start a fight right now. Whoever wants, it don't matter. Like, so I got I'm probably play.
Nuck if you buck.
That's going on throughout the house. That's throughout the day. That's because that's the 90s. That's all throughout this playlist. But coming into the game, I'm probably have Migos going. I'm gonna have NBA YoungBoy going. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have 21 Savage going. Like I'm having like everything that's gonna get you to the mindset where like you feeling like, okay, yeah, it's time to go do me now.
It's on.
You feel me? Like literally. So it's all that same music that you hear in the club, those different songs at the same time. If you don't really know these artists, I got a whole lot of sleeper songs from these artists too. You feel me? Then I definitely like vibe out with J. Cole like right before hitting the court, man, because that's where it calms down and it hits you with the lyricist part of painting the picture of what's going on in each set, and then by that time I'm locked in on the court. For sure. At the same time, then we got DJ Dench. He's spinning on the records. He be having it going too. So he done threw some nip back on. So yeah, now I'm right back into it.
That's dope, man. Hey man, we won't wrap it up, man. We ain't gonna take up all your time, bro. We could do this all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm saying, man,
yes, sir, man. We definitely appreciate you pulling up on us, man. We salute you, bro. All that you doing and your journey is man. It's amazing to witness and see, and it's great to have you on here and really share some insight on it. But like I say, bro, I promise you, you definitely an inspiration and example to a lot of the kids out there, no matter college, high school, grade school, whatever. We all know everybody don't start off at the top and all of that different stuff, and you a representation of that perseverance and determination and what it takes to get there, and like never giving up, no matter what people say or what people think or what it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the mud, like you said, and you can feel proud about that, bro. I'm inspired. You somebody I'm gonna show my kids to and tell them like, look, this how you go get it yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gave him nothing, and he's still doing what he do. So that's man, big ups to you for that, bro. We appreciate you pulling
For
up.
sure.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Live on location.
For sure. Big honor, man. Like I said, for you guys having me on, man. Like I said, I watch y'all podcast, man, and watch y'all, get out there, guys come on and speak, knowledge and just that whole journey, man. I watched you guys with Bernie Jennings talk the other day, man, and end up with BJ after watching it, man. And it's just great what you guys done, what you guys bring, and what you guys still, give my guys a platform to do, even to this day, man. And then just hear you, say things like that, just the journey of how I came along and, showing your kids that, man, it's a tremendous honor to hear. And, glad I could continue to keep doing it, man. Like I said, I'm just, thankful and honored that you guys, have me on.